Hello friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to be working on another application in Rust that is basically the e-commerce project. So let's go to the screen and I will show you there. As you can see here that I presented this Visual Studio Code, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to create a package. Let's say cargo new, and then the package name is going to be e-commerce. So now the package is created, as you can see here, the e-commerce, and inside this source directory there is a main.rs file. If I zoom in, yeah, it will work fine. Now let's close this. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is to create a mod, and then the mod name is going to be shopping cart. Okay, so yeah, this is the shopping cart mod or module. That is basically a block in which all of the logic of that shopping cart will be present. So if you are not aware of the mod or module, you can check out my Rust for Beginners playlist in which I have covered all of these things, okay, in detail. So now this is the mod, and inside this mod the first thing that I'm going to do is to create an enum. So I will make this enum public because I'm going to use this enum outside this mod also later on in this video. So let's write pub enum, and after that the enum name is going to be cart. And inside this cart enum, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add few features of the cart, that is basically add, in which the item can be added to the cart, and then update. It means that the item can be updated in the cart. Let's say if you want to update a certain item from one thing to another, you can also update it. And I will add the what I will update the item inside the cart. What are the details that I will be updating? Basically I will update the quantity, plus I will also add the price. Okay, so if the user want to update the quantity, then the price should also be updated. So these are the two things that I will be updating relevant to the item. And now after that I will write the remove. So if the user selects this option, the data or the item will be removed from the cart. So yeah, these are the three things that I'm going to be working on that are basically the functionalities of the cart. Now let's write another a struct, that is basically pub struct, and the struct name is going to be what you can see here, list. So inside this list I will cover the details of the item, like the name of the item. It could be any name, like the quantity of the item, okay, U32, and then the price of the item. So yeah, these are the three things that are relevant to the item, like the name of the item, the quantity, and the price. So but in this cart you can see here that I'm going to only update the quantity and the price, so that if the user changes the quantity, then the price should also be updated. Okay, so these are the three things of the three details of the item. So now let's take a look at what you can see here, the functionality that I'm going to be working on. So the first function that I'm going to be working on is add item, and inside this add item I will put the list as parameter. That is going to be the reference of that struct. And after that I will write what you can see here, print line your or item is successfully added to the cart. Here are the details. So please note that I'm not going to add this data inside the database or some file. Instead I will just show the message here, and after showing the message I will show the details of all these items that you have given to it. So now let's write print, and inside this print what I'm going to do, I will write name, and after this name what I will write, like what you can see here, quantity, and after that price. So yeah, these are the three things that I'm going to be working on, that will basically be shown to you, shown in front of you. Basically they will not be stored somewhere else. Instead it will only be shown to you here inside this print statement. Okay, so yeah, let's write like this, name, quantity, price. And now the next thing is to write list name, list quantity, and price, list price like this. Okay, So once the user wants to add the data, it will give this message and all the data will be in front of them of the user. Okay, that will be printed. Now the next thing, that is basically to update the item. So update item will be containing like what you can see here, list. That will basically take the reference of that list, and now after that I will put two more parameters that are basically quantity, new quantity, okay, and new price. So yeah, you can see here that these are the two quantities that I'm going to be updating, two things like the quantity and the price. So yeah, these are going to be added here, and after that what I'm going to do, I will write if the new quantity or price are given, then it should be replacing the old quantity or the price. So how I can do this? I will write list quantity will be equal to the new quantity. So this time if the user give the new quantity or the new price, then that quantity or that price will be equal to the like the data that is present in this list field. Okay, so yeah, these they will basically be equal to each other. So now like the price is equal to new price. Okay, so yeah, these are the two details that will be equal to this list data, and that will be printed in front of me. And after that I will put this message here like this: item is successfully updated in the cart. Here are the details, and now the details will be in front of the user. Okay, so these are the adding details, and then the once the user wants to update the data, then that data will be going to be updated, and then that data, updated data, will be printed here. Okay, so now let's take a look at another function that is basically to remove the data. Remove item, and that item will not like perform any kind of functionality, because the data is not going to be removed from the database, because I'm not going to add the database here. Instead it will only show the message that item is successfully removed, removed from the cart. That's it. Okay, now the next thing is to take a look at the cart choices, that what are the choices that the if the user wants to select, because there could be only one choice that the user wants to select. Either it could be add or update or remove. So now let's take a look at the function cart choice, and that cart choice is going to be like cart, reference of the cart, and then list, and the reference of that list. So yeah, these are the two things that it will take as parameters. So now let's take a look at match cart, and this will basically work on the options of like cart, that what are the options inside it. Either the option is add, and then the update, or the remove. So now let's write cart add. So inside the cart, if the user clicks on the or selects the add option, then what it will do, and if the users what you can say here work on the update option, then what it will do. So inside this I will write like two things inside the update, like the new quantity and new price. So yeah, these are the two things that the user will work on, and they will give this, and after that it will work on certain kind of functionality. Like first of all, let's write them, and then I will write the functionality of it. Cart remove. Okay, so yeah, these are the three functionalities. So now if the user selects the add functionality or the add option from the cart, then it will use this function add item. Okay, so now let's write add item like this, and inside this add item I will write list. As you can see here that the list is given here, so I will write this list. But before this, let me just show you that you need to write the mutable statement here, because this mutable statement can be changed. Why? Because inside this list the data can be changed. You can see here that inside this list the data can be changed. The name will be the same, but the quantity and the price could be changed. So that's why I have written the mute statement here. Now mute keyword, sorry. After that, let's work on this update. So I will write update item. Inside the update item there are two parameters, like the list and then the three parameters: list, quantity, and price. So now let's write list quantity. This is the quantity that I have written, so I will write the same quantity here. That will be the list, and then the price. Okay, so yeah, these are the three parameters that I have written. The first one is the list, that is taken from here. The second and the third one is the quantity and price, that are taken from here, and it will be used here. Now here is a catch, that basically if you are using the match pattern, you have to keep in mind that this will be binding to the reference, that basically the new quantity and the new price will basically take the data as reference. As you can see here, that here I have not taken the data as reference. These are the actual values, these are not the referenced values. But if you are using pattern matching, the values will be bind to the reference. So in order to dereference it, I have to write like star here and star here also. Now if the value is the reference of this new quantity and new price, then the value will be converted from the reference to the dereference or to the original values by using this star, so that only the actual value can be used here. Okay, so yeah, in pattern matching the value will be taken as reference, not the actual value. So that's why I have removed the reference and put the actual value by writing this star sign with it. Now inside this what you can say remove option, what I will write here, I will write remove item, and inside the remove item there is no need for any kind of parameter, so I will keep as it is. Okay, so I will put like a star here, comma here. Now I think it will it is fine. So now let's go to this now from this side. These are all the points that are covered inside this module, that is the shopping cart module. But one thing I need to clarify is that I also need to write pub here, because this cart choice is going to be used outside this shopping cart. So I will go outside the shopping cart, write main, and inside this main what I will do here, I will write first of all two things. The first thing is to write choice, that is basically going to be one choice. Either the item is going to be added, updated, or removed. So I will write shopping cart, and after that cart, and inside this cart I will write add. So yeah, this is the shopping cart. Inside the shopping cart, this is the cart enum. Basically it is public, so I can use it. And after that there is a add a variant, that is going to be this one. Okay, so yeah, now let's take a look at the second option, that is basically to add the data. So I will write list, that is basically going to be taking the data like this. Okay, so let's make this list data mutable, because this data can be changed. Okay, so now let's write inside the list there are three things, like the name. The name is going to be from what you can see here, Apple. So this is the Apple item. And then what you can say here, let's write quantity. Quantity is going to be 5, and then the price. So the price is going to be $20. Okay, so yeah, let's write the semicolon here, and after that I will use this functionality of the cart choice. So I will write cart, sorry, before moving to the cart choice I will write shopping item, shopping cart. This is the module name, and then the what you can see here, shopping cart choice, the function name. And inside the cart choice there are two parameters, cart and list. So the first one is the choice or the cart, anything that you want to write. Okay, and that will be the reference of it. Okay, and then the list. Mutable reference, just like I have written the mutable reference here. Okay, okay, let me just go through it. Yeah, so yeah, here is another point that I also forgotten about, that this is the struct list. List, basically this is a struct, but this is public. But if you want to make this fields public, you also need to write the pub with it. Okay, so let's write pub here. Okay, so yeah, basically these are the fields that also needs to be public in order to make them work. So now let's write a cd e-commerce. Now let's write cargo run. Okay, so here are the some error messages that it is showing me. That the first one is this, not found in this scope. Why not found in this scope, although it is public? Okay, I need to write like shopping cart and then list. Now it will work fine. Now this should be found in scope, because I have forgotten to add the what you can see here, the shopping cart with it. This is the module name. And now the next thing is going to be adding the mutable reference. So 23, where is this one? Yeah, this is the mutable reference. I have forgotten about it because the data can be changed here. And yeah, this is the same thing. Now let's clear this. Now you can see here the data is shown here. Okay, so yeah, item is successfully added to the cart. So I need to update the message, added to the cart. Here are the details. The name is Apple, quantity, and then the price. Now let's say if I want to update it, I will write update, and inside the update I will add two items. Like the first one is the what you can say here, the quantity. So here is the quantity 5, but I will update it with quantity, let's say 10. And then the price is going to be not $20 but $30. Okay, so now if I update it, you can see here the item is successfully updated in the cart. Here are the details: Apple, quantity, and price. So here you can see here that this is the actual data, but now I updated it with this new data. Okay, and let's say if I want to remove this, let's remove this one like this. Okay, although it should be present, it will be present, but it will not work on this. You can see here that item is successfully removed from the cart. It is not using this list data. Instead, it has directly given me this message of the removal. So yeah, this is how you can work on the e-commerce application. This is just a simple application that I created, but from this application you understood some of the points, like how to add the module, how to make the struct and enum public and use them outside the function, and how to make the functions public and unpublic also, because this one is the public that I have used here, and these are the functions that are not public because I'm going to be only using them inside this this module that is inside this function. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can work on the match pattern. That is basically take the data as reference, but in order to make it dereference, I have to put the stars here. So yeah, these are some of the points that I wanted to make you understand relevant to the Rust, that how it will work. So yeah, the applications could be further broadened, expanded, but you just need to make the concepts clear. But if you understood the concepts, then you can work on some other functionalities, that how you can add how you can add the database into it, and how you can save the data into the database. That I will be making separate videos of it also in the upcoming days. So yeah, from this point, I hope you understood that how this application will work. And if you like this, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.